Recording in progress. Hey, everybody.
Quartet.
Oh. It's Liz. Welcome back to class. Welcome back, Jory. Welcome back, Donna. Welcome back, Danielle. It's great to see you guys back. I love it. Very excited. Everything look okay? Can everybody hear me good? If I back up, does my voice sound the same?
That's great.
Does my voice sound the same as when I'm standing right in front of the monitor? Yeah? Okay. I just want to make sure it's pulling my microphone and not from the laptop. Awesome. So let's get started. So welcome back to the August classes. This is week 2. So our focus this week is teamwork. And how do we use that? How does that work in FCBD? I think you all know this is a loaded topic. So loaded. So through nonverbal communication, dancers can quickly convey empathy, respect to each other, establishing an initial level of trust, right? But as we all know, once we start dancing with each other, then trust can increase or decrease. And we hope that it's not decrease, but if it decreases, we know we will eventually increase. So don't stress out, right? But we need that constant dialogue non-verbally and then verbally afterwards to just make sure that everyone we're dancing with did someone just make a chat? I saw something, but now it came over here and it's not here. I don't know. Anyway. So the way it increases or decreases is through cues. Dance angle helps a lot. Transitions are big. Your confidence, delivery of your steps, how well you know your steps, how well the follower thinks you know your steps. So it's not only about how you perceive your steps knowledge, it's about how your follower perceives your step knowledge and your choices that you make during dancing. Now we all know when we're dancing, sometimes we make a snap decision, right? And then sometimes we make a conscious decision, right? And so that all affects how your followers trust you. Yeah. So we're going to work on a big shimmy combo tonight. It's actually 48 counts. It's a big shimmy combo. A big shimmy. It's the leader has to do this combo in a specific order, but what helps the followers trust the lead is what happens at the very beginning, right? So whether the follower decides to flatten or be at dance angle. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Mazin inspired shimmy combo. Good job. Yay. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so we're going to start off with a shimmy drill. We're going to pull out all of our shimmy things and we're going to put them on the table and look at all of our pretty shimmy things. Okay, so get your finger cymbals on and let's, what?
All the pretty shimmy things.
The pretty shimmy things.
Shimmery, shimmy.
Yeah. Shimmy, shimmery. So Danielle's happy. She's sparkling all in herself. All right. So I want to find a song that's not super fast that allows my shimmy to develop naturally, right? So I'm going to go back to that Abu Lila dance song. So let's go. Make sure it's loud enough for everybody. So follow me. Okay.
I trick you? I didn't finish the what? It was. Yeah, sorry, I didn't finish the combo. All right. Very good. Okay, inhale, arms up. Uppity up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pinkies up, elbows lifted, shoulders pressed down. Shoulders pressed down, elbows lifted, pinkies up, arms down, exhale. Shoulders pressed down, elbows lifted, pinkies up, inhale. Shoulders pressed down, elbows lifted, pinkies up, exhale. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down. Forward, back and down. Back and forward. Back, up and forward. Shoulders forward, back and down. Arms shoulder height. Bring the right arm across the front, pull it in towards you. Give a tribal wave. Hello. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back to countertop and bring the left arm across, grabbing it with the right, tribal wave. Good. Inhale, arms up, step back with the right foot, and you can take as deep of a step as you want, a little bit deeper, and you might get into that IT band. On the right, really reach up and arc over to stretch out the right side body. Lower the left shoulder and left arm and come back to center. Arms at countertop, step back as deep as you want with the left leg. Reach up with the left arm, arc over. Really opening up that left side. Breathe into it. Dropping the right shoulder and the right arm. Good, come back to center. And let's try that. Feet stay in one place, interlace the fingers, point the two index fingers up, and let's arc over. So we'll press the right hip out to the right side, or both hips out to the right side, and arc over. So this time we have kind of a stable lower body, and we're arcing over and stretching from the hip to the fingertip. And inhale, come up. And arcing up and over to the right, pressing both hips to the left. Breathing into it. We get really tight in the sides throughout the day and with stress, and twist and reach and look back at your right hand. So we're getting a nice little stretch in the neck, and let's breathe. Inhale and exhale 2 times. Inhale and exhale one more time. Inhale, arms up and come back to front. Exhale, arms down, twist out to the other side, and inhale and exhale 2 times. Really twisting and looking back for a nice stretch in the neck, and inhale and exhale again. Inhale, arms up. Good. Bring right foot forward. So we're standing on one leg, hinging at the heel, pointing the toe up, contract low belly, and let's fold over. Do we feel a good stretch here in the back of the leg? And if you want to, contract low belly even more and round up. So shoulders and hips down and the middle back arched up. Good, and now shoulders and hip arch up and the middle back down. Just a little cat-cow there. And go ahead and roll up. Step back with the right foot. As deep of a lunge as you want. Twist out the hips. Good, come up on the ball of the back foot here. And bend both knees, and what we're trying to do here is get a long, low back. So this is training you to release the low back and contract low belly. Contract low belly will help you with stabilizing your balance. If you need to go back down a little bit more on the foot, that's fine. Good. Feet back together. Let's repeat on the left side. So left heel forward, contract low belly, hinge over. Balance yourself on the standing leg and not the flexed foot. Feel the nice stretch through the back of the leg. And let's round the back up so hips and shoulders point down. And then hips and shoulders up and the middle back comes down. You can even look up if that feels good. Good, and slowly roll up. Using low belly, step back with the left foot. Good, come up on the ball of the back foot. Bend the knee. Long, low back, contracted low belly. Good, all right. Kick it out, come back to center. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Prepare yourself for gratitude. Connecting in with the space you're in. Enlightenment. The surface that supports us. The music we dance to. Our earth. Our teachers. Our ancestors. Everyone we dance with. Everyone we will dance for. Inhale, exhale, and inhale gratitude. Beautiful. All right, so let's start with our Mazin inspired shimmy. It used to be called Gwazi inspired shimmy, used to be called Gwazi shimmy combo. So the name was changed. I'm sure most of you guys know, because there was a really prominent workshop on FCBDU with Kyria from the original Gwazi family, or the Mazin family. And she said they really don't use the word Gwazi anymore, that it's kind of has derogatory meaning. And so we thought, in respect and honor to her, Carolina wanted to change the name of our step. So there you have it. So the first thing we need to do, and I tried to do this very intently in the drill, is flatten our dance angle. So that is why it becomes so confusing sometimes if you're dancing with someone that does a regular shimmy and then throws in this combo as well, because regular shimmy needs to be at dance angle. And this combo has to be done in this exact way. And this is flat. Also, we use our flat body angle to communicate a fade. So what we're going to do tonight is break down the step. Then we're going to practice, we're going to drill that step, put it in a combo, talk about what steps are best to go with it, because Carolina really likes us to use simple steps, not complex, more modern steps like our ASWAT fade or something of that nature is just too modern. So I think we need to be aware when we're using this step that we're putting it in a song that honors it properly with other steps that are also simplistic, because this is a folkloric step. So we're also going to adjust our upper body posture, and then we'll look at splitting this, kind of working as a team and using this in a trios and quartets and splitting the combo with a fade. So the lead would start it, then whoever the follower was that's in the trio position will finish it as a temporary lead. Yeah, sound fun? Yeah. Okay, all right, let's do it. So flat body angle. So I also want to remind people who've been taking online classes to keep practicing your dance angle, because that's the first thing it seems to go for online study, right? So try to make sure you're figuring out orienting yourself in the room, maybe putting a box on the floor to help remind you, maybe marking what is your front so you can make sure you've got your hips and your toes pointing to your front left corner of your box. You know, just all these things that you can do in your own space that'll help you, remind you for dance angle. Okay, so why do we turn flat? Because this is a combo for one, and because this is the sight lines, this step is so big, our sight lines, we don't really need sight lines because this is a big step. We're gonna see it really easy, okay? So feet are about hip width apart. So if they get wider, I just think it's gonna create a lot of problems with your weight shift. So let's go find your hip bones and just kind of draw a line straight down, and that is your hip width. So I would have feet hip width no wider than, they could be closer than, but it all depends on the width of your hips. So this right here is good for me. So I've got my toes lined up with this line on the carpet, and I'm going to trade my weight from my right foot to my left foot, and I'm going to make sure that I bounce by lifting my other foot up. So this is just like what you're learning in the regular shimmy in level 1, where I trade my weight and I pick the other foot up immediately. Trade my weight and pick the other foot up. So I'm going to release and kind of let my hip bounce a little bit just from that weight shift. Right? So you're kind of using this sway to throw all your weight here, pick the foot up, throw all your weight here, pick the foot up. So visualize trading your weight, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, everybody doing it with me? All right, so I want soft knees. This is the key. Right here, if we have locked knees, nothing's gonna move above the knees, or everything's gonna move up above the knees, and your hips really aren't gonna do what you want them to do. So the soft knees, super important. So let's just review our posture. Okay, so soft knees, my feet are flat, my weight is in my heel. So I'm going to be driving, pushing that heel, driving the hip up, pushing that heel into the floor. Okay, so I also want to contract low belly, because any shimmy, I want to protect my lower back. So if I'm not going to have my butt arched like this, because that creates locked knees, and you might feel some discomfort in the low back when you're dancing, because this is a 48 count combo. We got a little time. We got to be in this posture. So contract low belly, right? Opens the low back and softens the knees. So when you contract low belly, it's going to remind you to do all those low body things. Knee softening, low back releasing. So this is key. This is the gateway to the low body. Yeah. Okay. So all those things super important. And it's the same up, down, up. And you're working on the same quarter note as the regular shimmy, but it's bigger. So I really want to push into the floor. And unlike the regular shimmy that's on the balls of the feet, that feels like you're more in a nightclub, you're wearing your cabaret, you know, your little high heel shoes and everything. This feels like you're wearing like big welly boots, right? Like you're kind of wearing the big muddy plastic rubber boots, right? Rubber, plastic, whatever. Wellies is a brand name. So anyway, it feels like you're wearing the big boots, right? And you're kind of stomping. Okay. So I want you to feel the difference between the two. This one's more earthy, it's more robust. So tap into that earthiness and that robustness while you're doing this. Okay. So hips are going to bounce, right? And your hip, you're going to bounce your hip up, and then you're going to have the down and up as a residual. Okay. Up, down, up, 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 up, down, up. So the up, really pushing with the foot. Okay, everybody there? Feel it? So it's your regular shimmy, but bigger. So this combo really stitches this together. All right, so then we're going to talk about the arms and then the combo structure. So arms, so everybody get into their normal FCBD upper body posture. So you see your wrist, hands, elbows, shoulders are all in line. Now we're just going to lower the entire arm, keeping the shoulders rolled back, keeping the middle back engaged here, and the chin level. So nice broad shoulders, but I'm going to lower the arms. So I'm not going to release my elbows to the floor. Yeah. I'm just going to take the entire arm and lower it about 2 inches. Okay, so just a little softer, a little lower than normal. Elbows are still lifted. You can see my elbows, right? They're not pointing at the floor. Generally, palms could be facing down or to the front. Whatever is comfortable for you. Just make sure your palms aren't doing something like facing up, because that tends to turn the entire arm over. Okay, so this is what distinguishes the upper body as more casual. So we call this a folkloric use of the upper body. You're also going to see this in our shoulder shimmy, hip drop, and our, oh gosh, I was just thinking about it. Anyway, it'll come to me. All right, so the structure is 8 counts of shimmy flat, then 16 counts of quarter turn. That 16 counts is firm. We have to keep the 16 counts. Now, if you are dancing to a song that, you know, it's 6 or 4, then the shimmy, that 8 counts of shimmy could flex, and that's okay, but not the 16. So then we have 8 more counts of the shimmy flat to the front, and then we have 16 counts for the half turns. Okay, so follow me and let's go through it a couple of times, and then I'm going to break down the quarter turn and the half turn. Sound good? Okay. All right, so I'm doing something else. I'm at an angle, and then I flatten out, get into dance posture, contract low belly, contract middle back to lift the chest. Get your arms a little bit lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and quarter turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that count could flex. It could be 4 or 6 or whatever. And then half turns come last. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so what we run into there is we want to stay flat here. Okay, and then when we start doing our quarter turns, I'm going to go right, left, and pivot on the left foot and put the right foot down. This is the start of my quarter turns, is this wall. 1, 2, pivot on the left foot. 3, 4, pivot on the left foot. 5, 6, pivot on the left foot. 7, 8, and I'm going to go around a second time. So you can think in your head, if you're processing this, it has to go around 2 times. And then I'm going to do 8 more counts to get ready for, so that's the cue that the half turns are coming next. And then the half turns are going to, I'm going to take the entire right side of my body, pivoting on the left foot, put the right foot down in my front left corner. And then I'm going to pick up my right foot, pivot on the left foot, and put the right side of my body, my right hand, my gaze down in the back right corner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 counts per side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So what tends to happen for when you start moving this is you might lose one side. So I want you to think about bending the knees more, pressing into the heels harder, because we have to use the floor to really power this robust hip movement. Yeah? Okay, so quarter turns, we're also going to have a gaze. So the quarter turns you saw are perpendicular to front and front, side, and back planes of the room or your box. The gaze is going to follow your body. So I'm at the front, I'm going to go to the side. I might look where I'm going and then go to the other one, look where I'm going, right? But the half turns, I'm going to look here, 1, and then on 2, I'm going to look in the place I want to go and then turn my body. And then I'm going to stay here for 1 count and then look in where I'm going again. So you're going to see the head turn before the body in the half turns. And now make sure we keep our feet hip width apart in quarter turns and half turns, because if you get out like this, you're going to get way off of your center. It's going to look different than everybody else. And when the wider your step that you make, the more it takes away from the hips. So let's really keep our feet stacked directly under our hips. So when I go here, I'm not stepping out, I'm keeping my foot under my hip. And then I can turn this left toe out to help me pivot, go here, and then turn the left toe out to pivot. So see, I'm not really stepping that wide. So arms, when we start the half turn, can do this like weird little seesaw thing sometimes. Have y'all seen that? Woo! So we want to avoid that and hold our arm frame, because this is about the hips moving, not about the arms going like that, right? Right. Thank you for, see, Helen agrees, Helen agrees. So also if we tip the shoulders like this really takes away visually. You know, some people do the arms like this and some people do the shoulders like this. And it's wrong. It's true. It's true. So this is all about the hips. So we're trying really hard to stabilize the upper body, hold the frame of the arms, and by contracting the middle back, keeping our chest lifted. So remember, we lift 75% of what our 100% is. So 100 for occasional use, back to 75. So we're still lifted, shoulders pressed down, nice and wide across the shoulders. All right, so remember, both sides are shimmying. And what tends to happen is we go, shimmy, nothing, right? And for me, it's my left side, because I think I'm so right side dominant. Does that happen to anybody else? That you don't see as much shimmy on your other side? So when that happens, I want you to press more into the floor with your heel of that foot and keep the knee soft, and make sure you're not shimmy, straight leg, right? Shimmy, straight leg, okay? So, and keep the feet close together, okay? So, all right, let's try it again, okay? All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you can bring your arms directly up afterwards, depending on what's happening next. I know you feel that 48 counts of combo. All right, so we like to do it in this order, in this combo. This is what really helps it to stitch it all together. We don't use just the quarter turn or just the half turn by themselves, unless we're splitting the combo, and we're going there after this drill. So here's our drill. Let me kick my, all right, y'all try to not talk, please.
Okay.
So here's where we're going. Mazen combo, Arabic shimmy or rhythmic undulation shimmy, shoulder shimmy hip drop, Egyptian or swivel step with a half turn. Okay? So y'all give that a try, and then let's talk about some of the transitions afterwards. So that's Mazen combo, Arabic shimmy, shoulder shimmy hip drop, and Egyptian or swivel with a half turn.
Yes.
The second one, yeah. All right, does anybody want to lead? Or if we want to break this off into several groups, we could, I could pair you guys up in duets and have this group dance. You guys want to try that? Or do you guys want to follow? Follow, thumbs up. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. It's all good.
Part of the reentry.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's look for another song that's super happy. Well, let's just continue dancing to the one we warmed up to. So that's Abu Lila dance song from Egypt, 1973 and 1974.
Liz, while you're setting up the music, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
When you finish the combo, do you come back flat or do you come back to dance posture position?
Well, it depends on what you're doing next. If you're going to come back to your swivel step and you want to fade, then I would flatten. If you're going to come back to your swivel step and you're just going to stay in place because you just finished this big half turn, I would make sure I get right back into dance angle. Does that make sense? That's a good question, though. Any other questions? Okay, here we go. Very good. Thanks for leading, Helen and Aaron. How did it feel, everybody?
Sometimes get a little panicked, like I lose the count sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In what part?
Actually, it was when I first started. I was like, all right. Ooh, have I gotten there yet? To 8.
Oh, when you're just facing here?
Yes, when you start the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, how many have I done?
Yeah, you just have to be present.
Mhm.
Be present and count until you feel comfortable, or count until you know the song you're dancing to has a change on every 8, after every 8 counts, you know? So, but I think you did great. Yeah. So watch your feet. You're stepping a little wide. Yeah. So Helen, that looked good. So a little bit of bouncing is coming up into your head. So just think about grounding yourself in your heels and softening and keeping the knees soft. So so Jen and Charisse, try to make sure when you start the half turn, you're going to your front left and your back right. Okay? Make sense? So Shannon, Donna, Jory, I didn't see any issues. Do you guys have any questions?
Wow, really?
Well, Jory, I think you could always get bigger bounce in the hips.
I'm gonna put on my tassels, my tassel thingy dingy.
Yeah, no, that's why I put my tassels on, because it really, if you can get that boom bounce to where it really picks them up, almost like you're slinging your butt cheeks. And this is another good reason why we don't want to contract our glutes in this style, because we want to sling our glutes, right? We want them to be so relaxed, they just sling and they make those tassels bounce.
I need some extra tassels.
Bless her heart. You could twist them all to one side.
That's true.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
good.
will you clarify for us? Because we're like, hold on, we thought we were facing the right way.
It could just be your monitor. It kind of looked like you guys were doing this to the camera. And is the camera at your front left corner?
Yeah, the camera's in the corner. So when we face flat, we're
Okay. So yeah, okay. So that's why, is because your dance angle's where your camera is, and I was thinking your dance angle's where your flat front is.
we just wanted to be sure because we're like, man, if we're screwing up, we want to get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking your camera was at your flat front instead of right at the corner of the room. So, all right, good. Okay. Well, I'll continue to watch everybody. So now what I'd like you to do is face a partner and do it. Okay. So yes, so that means that when you're facing your partner, you have to know that this is where I start the quarter turn. This is where I end back to the front. And then this is where I'm going for my half turn. And this is where I end at my half turn. And I just keep repeating that for 16. So when you face your partner, this is going to challenge your spatial, and challenge you, because we don't mirror each other. We keep the step intact when we're facing our partner. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm assuming we're going to have Jen and Charisse right there working together. And then let's have Helen and Danielle work together, and let's pair Aaron with Donna and Shannon and Jory together. So I'm going to release my spotlight, and let's do the same drill. Release the spotlight. That's really hard for me. I'm just kidding. Okay, remove the spotlight. Okay. So Donna, if you can pin on me, then Aaron's going to get right in front of the camera here. And then I'm going to make myself, I guess, well, maybe I can't pin. Yeah, if y'all want to get on that side of the room or wherever you want to, or y'all could face each other right here.
You want to see the whole combo facing?
I want you to do that whole combo, yes. So the Mazen combo, the Arabic shimmy, shoulder shimmy, hip drop, Egyptian half turn. And I'm trying to figure out how I could.
And we're going to face each other the whole time?
Yes, you are. And you're going to navigate who's leading.
Ah.
Okay. So it's just like if you're dancing in person, you're gonna have to figure out how to communicate with each other. I want to take the lead, right? So generally when we're facing each other, the rule for taking the lead is whoever starts the move first. So if one person who just did the combo, just did the entire drill that we're doing now with the combo in it, then if you want to hold your Egyptian and not do a half turn, or if you want to add just like a hip bump after the Egyptian half turn and just hold and give your partner time to take the lead, then your partner is going to start the Mazan combo by bringing their arms horizontal and flattening their dance angle. Make sense?
Excellent.
Okay, so we're going to drill facing in the whole time. And I can't figure out a way to make Donna big. So I can't figure out a way on my end to make you big.
So Liz,
Beginning.
that just makes it really hard to have the communication to changing the lead. I mean, so you start off the first combo, I'll take the second combo, and we'll just alternate from there.
That sounds
okay?
fine. That sounds
Zoom
fine.
really sucks. So that's just my
Okay.
theme for the day. Okay.
So the leader will go through the entire combo and then just do like a hip bump, waiting for the other person to start.
Okay.
And then you can just, whoever starts off, like Donna said, then the next person goes, then it goes back to that. So back and forth. Okay, sound
I'll
good?
start.
All right, so hold your arms up. If you haven't decided who's starting, then whoever brings their arms horizontal first is starting first. Okay, so avoid talking. was a challenging drill. You guys did great. Yay!
I didn't think about it, but adding to the mix was that you're doing the opposite of what the person you're watching, like your hips. So when they're on their right, you're on your left. And I didn't think about that at first.
Yep. Do you have your camera settings fixed to flip it? Well, we can talk
That's a
about
good
it
question. You
after.
mean like to mirror it?
Yeah, we can talk about it after, but there's a camera setting in Zoom because so if I'm doing my right hip now, you should be doing your right hip and seeing that I'm doing my right hip and so forth. So if I'm doing my right hip now and you're seeing my left hip move, then we need to address your camera settings. Oh,
But
okay.
even if you're facing each other, like if you guys in the studio face each other, when someone does their right, the person facing you should be doing the opposite.
They're doing their right hip as well.
Right. They're doing their right hip, but when you're looking at them.
Yeah, I get what she's saying.
Yeah, when I'm looking at them, yeah, it's the opposite side. It would be my left hip, like her right hip on the side of my. Yes, and that's what's tricky about this is when we face each other, we're not mirroring the step that our partner or our leader is showing us. We're doing the step, but we're doing it the same way we're all taught. Yeah. See, yes. Okay, so Jory, I really do think you need to bend your knees just a little bit more. I'm seeing a little bit more bouncing up here. Good job, Helen. All right, any questions? So at this point in time, do you feel like you trust your leader more than when we started tonight? Yeah? And think about what it was that they did that made you trust them more. Was it a strong transition? Was it giving you enough time to do something? Did they do the step exactly 8 or 16, or did they cut it off and made you feel panicked? Right? Because you've got to count until you know the step or you know the music. And sometimes if I don't know the music and I'm doing the step, I count just to make sure. And even when I'm counting, I could still screw up like I did in the drill. So it's possible. So trying to stay focused on what you're doing right then in the moment, trying to make sure you do the proper amount of counts can make your follower trust you more or less. Right? Okay, so let's talk about this splitting the combo for a fun team puzzle. So when we do this combo, we generally want to keep it simple with the steps that we put in between. So when I mean split, I mean I'm going to do 8 count space in the front, then I'm going to do my quarter, complete 16 of quarters, and then at that point I'm going to completely change the step. And then the next time my arms come down like this and I'm flattened and doing a shimmy, that means I'm going to finish the combo. So when you split the combo like this, you have to finish it. It's a rule. It's a rule. All right, so the steps I'd probably put in between this are our swivel or Egyptian, our Arabic or rhythmic undulation, our Turkish shimmy, shoulder shimmy, hip drop, just something really simple. Maybe think basic steps. Right? So Carolina tends to like shimmies in between because this is a shimmy combo. She tends to like things with shimmies. So Turkish shimmy, Arabic shimmy, that type of thing. But now if we have the option to fade it, you want to think about, well, what step could I do that I can actually travel with and fade? So that might be swivel step or Egyptian. Right? So I would come from here to raise my arms up, keep my body flat, and Egyptian step back, being the lead position. The trio position would go forward, and then they would do this as long as they want to. And then when their arms come down and they're facing the front, oh no, you need to finish the combo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's like, I want to fade back. So she's going to go forward doing an Egyptian or a swivel, right? And then you're going to do what next? Yes. Finish the other half. So 8 counts here, then 16 counts of half turn. So we're working with the music. So she holds that up there in the step, let's say the Egyptian step, until you hear a really strong sound in the music telling you to start the shimmy combo again, right? And we could have 2 or 3 steps that go in between the quarter turn section and the half turn section. All right, so this is really fun to fade the group. You really need to fade in trios and quartets. We do not fade in duets. So the leader has to build the trust by memorizing the combo, executing it in a good place in the music, making it easy to follow. And then the secondary lead has to travel forward, start the combo at a nice point and finish it, and then travel back. So traveling out of the fade, right? You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Any questions? Let's do it again. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's have everybody follow the trio so you can see it as a trio. And I want each one of you to be the trio position. So you're actually going to fade to the front and then do the steps with Aaron and then fade back. And then you'll go back to following the original lead. So Aaron's going to be the center of the trio. Okay, want to try it? Do you trust them? Do you trust Helen? Do you trust Aaron?
No.
Not trustworthy?
Yes.
Okay, so we use folkloric music for this because it really works nicely. Have you guys ever used like a crazy mad fast song to do this?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. That's a good question. I mean, that's a good answer because something like Falahi. I mean, Aaron, let me see you try to do this. Let me see you try to do the Gwazi or the Mazin. And look at how tight it gets. So this song is mad fast. Just an example of a mad fast song. So see what happens is it gets so tight, it almost looks like a regular shimmy. And what I really want you to think about doing is really trading your weight and letting your hips be penduluming back and forth from over one foot to the other foot. So I'm holding my foot up, right? So I'm holding as I'm trading here, I'm holding my foot up until I put it down, put it down. Put it down. So I'm going to hold my foot up until I pendulum back to that side. So just think of a big sway. Got your big welly boots on. And we're not going to use the song Falahi. So you're going to do the same combo.
Which one? Second one? Okay.
But I want you to split the combo with a swivel step.
You want us to split the combo to begin with?
Split the Mazin inspired combo with a swivel step.
Okay.
And then just do the rest of the drill.
And the split comes after the pivot.
The split comes after the quarter turns. So we have 8 regular 16 quarter turns, then you split it and fade it. Then we have 8 shimmy in place and then 16 half turns. Make sense? Make a sense? All right, guess what? I'm going to go back to that original song again. It is a good song, isn't it? Don't you love it? Okay. How did it feel?
I have one more thing.
Did anything happen that caused you to go, whoa?
Aaron did the Egyptian for coming,
Whoa.
breaking the fade.
Sorry, come at me one more time. Aaron did the Egyptian
Coming to end the fade.
to end the
So to
fade.
get it back to original, she did the Egyptian and not Egyptian.
Well, that's okay. I think that's okay.
Of
Yeah.
course it was okay. I
Yeah.
just was expecting to follow
Ah,
the combo. So I
ah,
was expecting an Arabic, but she did Egyptian.
that's
No, it wasn't a
fine.
criticism.
Yeah,
It was more like, whoops.
Any step that travels could be used for the fade
Absolutely,
portion.
and I just was focused
Yeah.
on the
So
drill.
she's saying that Aaron, instead of fading back with the swivel, she did the Arabic shivvy, rhythmic
No,
undulation.
no. She
Said
did
the
it other
Arabic.
way.
I
Instead
did
of the
Egyptian
Arabic
back.
forward, she did.
Instead of the Arabic, you did Egyptian back. Okay.
No.
I think either one's fine.
No, we did Egyptian. No, it was.
I thought she meant she did Egyptian forward, then did the half
No, she
turns
did.
portion, and then did
She
Arabic
did
back.
Egyptian back instead of Arabic. She was here. Yeah, so she was here.
Egyptian forward.
Egyptian forward. She did the combo, and then she did Egyptian back instead of Arabic.
Oh, well, that's okay.
No,
I think so.
of course
Yeah, I
it was
think
okay. It was
either
just,
one
I was
works.
expecting her to do the Arabic, so I was a little like, oops. Backseat driving. That's what I was.
Your
doing.
backseat FCBDing. Who's done that?
It was my fault. That's what I was trying to say. Erin was great, and she was trying something different, but I was expecting. some
Yeah.
backseat driving.
Yeah.
So that was my. Oh.
Whoops.
Whoops.
So Helen it's like somebody just put on the brakes and Helen jerked, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
So,
But you still trust
lesson
her?
Is, of course, lesson is watch the leader and don't make assumptions.
Watch the leader and don't make assumptions. That's good advice. How did it go online? Do you guys trust them? This bunch of misfits here? Yeah?
It's us. Yep.
So all of the things that we talked about, their cues, their dance angle or lack thereof, their transitions, the confidence as they're executing their steps, all those things play into you as a follower trusting them more, right? And then turning to face your lead, you have to trust each other. You have to know where you're going. You have to know the structure of, what's happening when you're facing someone and it's confusing because you want to mirror them. We automatically want to mirror them. So technique notes, Shannon, it looked like your arms were still up here. So make sure the hands are down below the shoulders, elbows lifted. So Helen, your elbows were a little relaxed,
Okay.
just a little bit. But just remind yourself, maybe even put something, hold something or put some tape on your hands or something to remind you to lower the arms, but don't relax the elbows. Any questions? Awesome. Well, great class, you guys. Thanks for coming to level 2 this week. Mwah.
Fabulous.
All right, so go and stretch on your own. Do some of the stretches we did for warm up because we're about to begin another class. So we're going to do all the stretches again.
Awesome.